They're big old boulders. Quite cool painting on this building here. I don't think this boat's going out to sea anytime soon. Big old beasts. Jeez. Water seems to be coming through the rocks, I assure you. These piles of rocks and stuff are absolutely massive. So believe it or not, these are the massive walls that the tide used to just go flying up and over. The rain. I'm soaked right through now, so I can't get any wetter. So nothing to worry about too much there. That's where you walk up on top of the pier on the top there. That's what it looks like from over here. See up the top there, the whole cliffs are all made of that. And if the sea batters it too much, basically that's all just going to disappear. This is all sediment that's come down, you can see. It's been washing it away just here where the high tides come up and hit the cliff. It won't take too long for them cliffs to disappear if they're just coming down every time a high tide hits it. It's the tracks that the old machines make as they go along. When I'm standing in them, they're actually quite deep. How's it going, everybody? Welcome in, I'm Carl. So I'm taking a wander down the old coast today. Going to drive about an hour down towards Cromer area, that sort of area, and see if the waves are crashing. We've got 49 mile an hour winds, and it's absolutely hammering down with rain. So let's whip through all the country lanes, get along the long roads, come through all the villages, and get down that coast, see what's happening. So welcome in. Let's go. Yeah! See, the autumn is with us. All the leaves on the trees changing colour, flying across the road, covering all the area. Wow, that looks like I'm going to get absolutely soaked today because it's absolutely pouring down. I've got the top half of the waterproof suit on, but I ain't got the bottoms with me. Just got tracksuit bottoms on, so they're going to get soaked through probably within 2 minutes. But it's all part of the fun. Just got to get there and get out there and have some fun. So that's most of the drive done now. Been driving just on the hour. I'll just get down somewhere, park the car up, have a wander, and see what we can find. I'm hoping with the big high winds that there's really big swell rolling in. Might be waves big enough to cover the pier and stuff like that. And I also want to see how the new defence along the side of the promenade, see if it's doing its job, sort of thing. Meant to take the power out of the waves and stop them splashing right up and over the wall, so let's see what it does. So like I say, I'll get parked up and let's go see what we can find. How's it going, everybody? Hope you're all well. I'm Carl, if you don't know. Welcome in all new subscribers and previous subscribers. So we're gonna take a little wander along the Cromer Prom and do a bit of an update on how the LC defence and stuff like that is going. So I've done the hour's trip and we're already parked up. I'm just gonna wander down to the beach and we'll see what's what. So jump in along with me and let's see what we can find. Okay, so we're down the beach. I've just got to wander along and see what's what. It's really, really windy. think we've got 49-mile-an-hour winds, but it's flattening the sea off because of the way the wind's going. But just the other side of the pier here, we should be able to see what's what. You can see by the clouds how fast they're going across. How rough and windy it is. So we're on the left hand side of the pier, it's getting us out of the wind slightly. And let's have a look and see what's what. This is what they've done since the last time I came. If you remember last time I was here, there was a big hole down there. It's now all rocks. All the way along. Got big piles over the other side there. We'll take a wander down and see what else is a bit further down. Big old boulders, as you can probably see. They ain't really been tested yet. We've got to see when the proper storms and stuff come in. Then we'll know if they're actually doing their job. And whether it's coming up over the path like it used to up the top here. Or whether it's actually holding it back. Oh, the wind's been a right pain, and the rain, it's pouring with rain that hasn't stopped. So you can basically see they've blocked this whole beam of rocks right around the front here. Seagulls are down there enjoying them. Got a big pile of rocks over here, and then there's a gap between the bay here, which is strange. Not quite sure why they've left the gap, why else, yeah, sort of running through there. Must be for the when the sea builds up, it runs across and then goes over to the right and through that gap, I would say, the power of the sea. And then they got a big pile of rocks a bit further out, just giving the water somewhere to go. The good thing about that is that makes this bay here still fishable. Some people know on my other channels and stuff, I fish at the top of this sort of slipway just up here on my other channel, my sea fishing channel. So that's pretty good. You can still get to that area. You can still go down the slipway and land fish if you needed to. We're down near the #1 fish shop at the moment, as you can see. Weather is absolutely terrible, but when you only got certain days off, you just have to get out there and get it done. And that's what I do. I'm going to guess that this little floodgate here is probably closed, which it is. Out there, used to sit up the top of here and fish off here, which you sort of can do. You can do it off the pond down the side there now, or you can fish at the bottom of these slipways or down on the beach over there, which means you still better fish right now where the tide is now. As the tide comes up, that'll be a bit more tricky, but as it is at the moment, that'd be quite good. You can fish down the side of them rocks and stuff in the summer. It could be quite good. And they've carried on down this way. There's more rocks going further and further along. Big old boulders. And they come in from abroad on ships. All these boulders, which is why it took so long to do. Let's get round up into this bay and see what we can see, shall we? Don't know how far they're going along the beach, which is why I've come to have a look and see where they've got to. As you can see, the rocks just keep going and going all the way along here at the moment. This is the main bit where it really gets hit, along the side here. And as you get further and further down this way, that sort of calms down a bit. From what I can see, the rocks are just going just past them railings just down there, and I'm not sure if they're doing any more. I can see some diggers and that in the distance. Let's have a look. The old cliffs and stuff up there. There's a few people walking along the top, but it's not that busy, as you can imagine, in this weather. Yeah, the rocks sort of starting to peter out a little bit here. I think you get the idea of what they're doing. It's just basically taking the surge of the really big waves so they don't smash against the wall, and they used to just go flying over the top, to be honest. If you look back at some of my other videos, you'll see 20-30 foot high waves. Water's absolutely pouring out down there. And that's what's coming from the road up the top there, through all the drains and all that sort of stuff. Comes down through here and washes out down on the beach. And after that, I can't actually see any more rocks or anything. Not sure if they've got any plans of putting any more down here. Much further down, there is some diggers and stuff going on, so what I'll do is I'll turn you off for a bit. I'll walk for another 10-15 minutes to where I can see the diggers, and then we'll have a look again. Painting on this building here, beach and fish, people underwater, etc. I don't think this boat's going out to sea anytime soon. So we're quite a way down now, as you can see. Having a look at all sorts of things on the way down. Still getting soaked. But what I have spotted is there's some diggers and some dump trucks and stuff like that a bit further down here. So let's have a little look at them. As you can see, they've been coming through here, up and over this bit of sand here. They built like a little ramp to stop the water going through there for some reason. They're obviously coming up and over that. And then they've got this area here. We could probably go up the top there and walk along that concrete bit, or we can walk along this side bit here. What do we do? I think we'll go up the top, we can probably see more. If we can get up there, bear with me a second. So we're just walking along the top here at the moment, trying to get down to them diggers and dump trucks. Up the top here we've got the very soft sand cliffs. When the water and stuff hits that, it just washes it down and washes it away, so I'm guessing that's why they're starting to put defence in further down here as well. As you can see down here, that literally just gets washed into dust, just like a sandy chalk. And yeah, it just all comes down when there's too much water on it. There's actually quite a lot of it all the way along. See up the top there, the whole cliffs are all made of that. And if the sea batters it too much, basically that's all just going to disappear. It'll work its way in till it gets up to the main road up the top there. So there you go, this is where they're up to. It's been a while and it's taken them a while to get it done, but they are doing what they got, what they can do. And that's what we got up here, more big rocks. A bit smaller, these rocks, to be honest. I don't know if they've kept the smaller ones on purpose, or this is all sediment that's come down from up on the cliffs up there. How soft it is when we stand on it, shall we? No, you can stand on it, that's not terrible, but just want to get down here and sort of get to where we can, really. It's very, very slippery, like clay, sort of weirdy soil. It's very boggy. And these are the rocks. Can't walk any further, as you can see. It's been washing it away just here where the high tides come up and hit the cliff and wash it down and knocks all this lot down. It's pretty crazy, really, how much the sea can destroy the landscape and how quick it can do it. That's basically where they are at the moment at this end. There's a couple of big dumpers, a couple of cranes ready to go again. And I'm guessing as soon as they can, probably Monday again, they'll be back on it. So we jump down onto the rocks and come along here. So we can have a little bit closer look on, sort of from the beach side. Ooh, it's tough old stuff. Don't know what the actual rock is called. If anyone knows, let us know in the comments. I'll give you a closer look so you can see what. It's got like a marble texture to it. But I don't think they'll be using marble, do you? Call them cliffs feel absolutely massive. Camera's not really doing it justice. They're very, very high above me. Let's have a little close up of the old trucks and that, because you don't get too much of a close up when they're working away on the beach and you're above. But I always do my best to get a close up, so let's have a look, shall we? There we go, we're literally standing right next to them. Big old beasts. We basically go up to a tire or something like that. That's literally As you can see, that height of that tyre is not far off the height of me. And I'm 5'9", so they're big old tyres on these. Quite a beast of a truck. 6-wheeler. Someone's made up little covers for the lights so they don't get smashed. I don't think they're original. You can see they've just been made up. This one's a Volvo by the looks of things. I don't know if they're both Volvos. It looks a different machine. They're definitely beasts. And then you've got the diggers. You need a big old set of claws like that to pick up them massive, don't really know how many kilo rocks. Some of them rocks must be 300, 400, 500 kilos. Pretty crazy. It's pretty cool to have a good old close-up. Not something you see every day, is it? There's actually 3 diggers down here. We can actually walk under the arms. So is this bucket. Jeez. Look at the size of that. You can probably see the rain's pouring down on me. I'm drenched right through. But it's all part of the fun. Pretty crazy. And these big old tracks that they go through the sand and the water on. Keeps them moving. The old cab where the operator sits, sitting there all nice and cosy and doing what he needs to do. With the big old engine set behind. Don't know how big them engines are, but they're probably 5-10 litre. Big old things. SK500 on the side of this, it says, but don't know what that actually means. Ooh. As you can see, some of this is getting washed down quite a lot, which I think is what they're doing in this area. It won't take too long for them cliffs to disappear if they're not careful. I think that's why they're getting this end done. And then it's just basically see where they've been spinning around and going back down the beach. And this is all just coming down every time a high tide hits it, which is not good. You can see they tried to flatten it off, but it hasn't done anything by the looks of things. All the way down there. I mean, we could just keep walking for miles, I think, from what I can see, all the way up around the corner. We just keep going on and on for miles. And all I can see is cliff slides all the way along. It's pretty crazy. That's the tracks that the old machines make as they go along. While I'm standing in them, they're actually quite deep. Big old tracks. I'm not going to go any further because, like I said, I'm absolutely drenched. I'm a good probably 40 minutes from the car now. So I'm going to get pretty wet on the way back as well. And the wind and rain is going to be right on my face then. It's going to be a bit of a pain. We'll have a little quick wander down to the sea because I know everyone likes to see the sea. It's not too rough today. I was expecting it to be quite rough and wavy, being pretty much 50-mile-an-hour winds, but the wind's going the wrong way, so it's flattening the sea down. It's pretty cool. I've got my boots on, so I'm alright, I'm all good. Look at that, lovely. It's hardly moving, to be honest. Got a few waves, but nothing too crazy. Let's have a little wander back along the shore here, shall we? Just trickling in. It'll take as the wind's flattening it down. It's coming off the land. It's quite crazy. There's a good picture of the old diggers and stuff. So we're back down towards the pier. We can now see the fence from the other side. The tide's gone down far enough for me to actually walk down on the beach. But let's have a look at it from this side, from the way the sea's actually hitting it. There's a lot of water pouring out down here, just coming out down the hill, pouring through all these rocks, flooding through, literally like a waterfall. Makes you feel like you're up in mountain stream. And up the top there you can see where else absolutely blasting down the cliff tops. Down into the sea basically. It's coming through there fast, I know that much. Water seems to be coming through the rocks. Probably more coming down off the cliffs than there is coming in from the sea. It's pretty crazy, to be fair. It's quite cool to see. But so as you can see, this is from the beach side of the rocks, and they're quite big old things. Even these things down here are quite hard to walk on. They're a bit of a pain, but we're making it happen. Down here you can see the huge pile of rocks just a bit further out. Just got to be careful and make sure the tide's in the right places so we don't get soaked. Could do with going down just slightly more really, but we should be okay. I'm just on the edge here on the sand. And this is the bigger rocks. It's very shallow in this little bay bit here. Nothing to worry about too much, so we can walk through here. It does come up on here, it's only going to come up in my boots, it's not actually going to go in my legs or anything. And there you can sort of get the idea of how big some of these rocks are. They're pretty crazy sizes. The tide's found me. Nothing unusual, water normally does find me. Yeah, some of these rocks are unbelievable sizes. Ooh. Like I say, tide is on its way down now, so it's going away from us. It's an ideal time to come down here and have a look at everything. It doesn't really show on camera how big all this stuff is. I'm going to show you. These piles of rocks and stuff are absolutely massive. You wouldn't want to come down here on a high tide because that'd be coming through, but at the moment, that's how it's going down. This is the big old pile we see that's not actually in line with the beach. It's a bit further out. You can see the water still splashing up on the other side of it at the moment. These big old boulders on the floor are quite a pain to walk on, to be honest. But nothing we can't do. That's what these big old boulders look like. As you can see, you've still got the water coming in the other side of the boulders. I wouldn't recommend getting up there and climbing on them, especially when they're wet. It's pretty crazy. Right, let's see if we can walk through the next bit. I'm not sure if we can. I think there's still a bit too much tide there, which is a bit of a shame. We'll have a look. So, believe it or not, these are the massive walls that the tide used to just go flying up and over. Crazy, really. They're 25 foot high, something like that. They're pretty tall. But when them tides were massive, I mean, I've done videos on the pier before, and the waves have been like 20 foot high. They've been coming over the top of the pier, you know, smashing on top of the pier. Quite crazy. They're on the channel if you want to see them. trying to think what it was. I think we had a 70-mile-an-hour day with 20-foot waves. That was pretty crazy. So we're managing to get through. I'll just show you what we come through. Just come through all there. And you can see all the rocks. We just got up on the stones there because waves were coming up a little bit. That's pretty much what we got sea defence wise. Pretty crazy. Big old rocks. Absolutely massive, isn't it? And as you can see, we've got a really big wall here. We've got the little defence around the bottom with the pylons, and then concrete, and then a massive wall. It must be close to 40 foot high, I reckon. It goes right around there, and the tide used to hit it here hard, whack, go right around the side like a roller coaster, flying along there and smash straight up over the wall. Sometimes like 50, 60 foot high, just go right over the top. And that's what this is all about. Right, let's have a little look under the pier, go up onto the top of the pier, and we'll have a look at the defence up from the pier's point of view and go from there. As I said before, tide's on its way down now. Still pouring with rain. I'm soaked right through now, so I can't get any wetter. So nothing to worry about too much there. That's where you walk up on top of the pier, up the top there. Pretty crazy. Waves are starting to roll in. The wind's turned around a bit and the waves are starting to get bigger, but they ain't anywhere near the depth that they've been where they go over the top of the pier and stuff. Okay, so let's walk up the tunnely bit, as I call it, and we'll get up onto the pier, have a look from the pier's perspective. They haven't had to do any on this side don't seem to get the same hassle. The wind's never hit the same direction. Do splash overs now and again, but nothing too crazy. So we're on the pier. And that's what it looks like from over here. Okay, so back in the car. Whew, I got absolutely drenched. I was dripping right through, my legs are all soaking wet. My hat's still, yeah, like I've been in the shower. So yeah, a bit wet, but yeah, quite enjoyed that little wander about. It was nice to see all the big rocks close up and stuff like that. So I hope you enjoyed that, you know, watching the video. And I think that was pretty good. Wind was a bit crazy. Like I said, it was just under 50 miles an hour, so it was like this trying to film, blowing me all over the beach. Couldn't even walk straight and stuff, but all good fun, and we got a nice video out of it, didn't we? So hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you soon in the next video. Bye for now.